What made you pick up that pen?
My first rap I ever wrote started as a poem, and I wrote it on lock. I was just writing about what I was going through. You know what I'm saying?
You wrote it on lock?
Yeah, I wrote on lock. I was locked up, and I was just expressing myself. It wasn't even just supposed to be anything, and I wrote it. And back then, on lock, people used to bang on the table for beats at the, and my cellie was banging on the beat on the table, and I just spit open what I wrote, right?
Yeah.
So the next day, he was like, "Oh, you got something else?" But I noticed it was another inmate with him.
Yeah.
And as the days kept going, it kept on being more inmates.
Yeah.
So the next thing you started to know, I got a crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll kick us something, man. What's up, man? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Southwest, what's up, man? Spit us something, man.
Yeah.
And then I started, man, people actually like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And when I got out, I just kept fucking with it. Man.
That's real.
Yeah.
And what age were you?
17 was my first case. Yeah, 17.
Which was a dope case?
Dope case. Everything always dope.
What
a gun? Well, a few gun, but I'm from the D boy era, so everything. Yeah.
No, you said no jack boys.
No,
straight D boys.
No jacking, man.
Already, them niggas is thieves.
Yeah, it's not. It's just sometimes you got to draw your line in the sand. No disrespect to him, but I've never been a jackal. I'm a little old. When you think of little old, you think of hustling and grinding.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. So you wrote your first rap in jail, you would say.
Yeah.
And how many stints would you say how many times did you go to jail? Because you said that was my first.
I was in and out. Like, a couple cases got beat.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 times I would say I had to sit down. All the other ones I don't count long enough for stints.
Really?
But and the cases I beat, I don't count those. But
no, don't count.
But hey man, you pay them lawyers and you fight. But I tell people it's like, fighting those cases now, man. People don't understand. It's really not a life I wish on anybody.
No.
The stress of waking up in the morning on heading to court.
Yes.
Making sure you're not late because they'll keep you wondering if they're going to keep me this time.
Yeah.
Your girl praying for you before you go into the courthouse.
Stressful.
Your family members wondering. You wondering you can't plan your future because you don't know if you're going to be there.
Already.
It's really, I think it's really, now that I'm older, it's really a shame how we glorify street life. Because sometimes I always thought I was going to be a lawyer growing up.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I was very smart, very intelligent. I don't come from a family of trappers. I was always told to, you read your books, you get an education. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I always thought I was going to be a lawyer because I've always been good with my mouth.
What did your parents do?
My dad was a doctor.
Okay.
My mother was a pharmacist, but she died when I was young.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
I rest her soul.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 13 when my mom died. Yeah, 13 when my mom died.
Affect you.
Yeah.
That is.
So it was never in my mind that I'd be a trapper. You know what I'm saying? But I guess a lot of peer pressure.
Yes.
And a lot of having an immigrant father that didn't grow up here.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't get the fashionable clothes, any of that. Not,
but you want them.
Yeah, you getting teased because your haircut's messed. Like I had a job since I was a baby. We always had to work. I was the paper boy.
I did that too, bro.
Yeah, I was the paper boy in the neighborhood. When I was 8, we'd wake up at 5 in the morning.
Rolling them papers.
Rolling, like I still
sticking them in the paper.
Well, we'd roll them. I still remember because on the Southwest, it was a magazine called The Advocate.
Yeah. Okay.
So I delivered The Advocate and the Houston Chronicle. And when you roll the papers, that ink get on your hands.
Yep.
So my hands would be so pitch black from rolling them and putting in that paper.
Yep.
And my mom would always say, "Don't you touch the walls. If you do, because I'm gonna beat your ass because you leave them black prints on the wall."
Right.
Yeah.
So I always had that hustle and work instilled in me. So it's those little things now I remember. And I just remember my palms being so black from that ink and being up 5 in the morning and riding through there because you know they got to get their papers early.
They got to get them.
Yeah, yeah.
They drop them off at your house super
right
early.
We rode down the bikes and
I'm talking about big old stacks.
We load them up, and sometimes the thing be so heavy on your shoulder that it left the imprint. And
Did you have the one where you had the thing in the front and the back?
Yeah,
man, that was a heavy motherfucker right there,
bro. So you know I ain't lying.
Yes, you ain't lying.
It's real,
especially that Sunday paper.
It's real work for a kid. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I did? I didn't mind it. You know what I didn't like about it? Collection time.
You know,
the people used to try to play you to the left back then.
Well, you know, I never had to deal with the collection.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, because I think, you know, now that I think about it, I was a kid, but I think back then, like I guess they already had subscriptions. I guess,
gotcha.
Because we would have a list of what
those
houses.
were the good ones.
Yeah.
Those are your good customers.
Yeah, we had a list of what houses got the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it wasn't unless it was an edition where all the houses in the neighborhood got them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
So,
it's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight. Yeah, I get the low from Big Bobo from the front seat, not no photos.